Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by StrikeForceEnergy.com. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
We're all back.
Boy.
We are all back.
Welcome back, Jared.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Where
welcome
were you?
back from Costa Rica.
Where were you?
Oh, I was just in Central America.
What?
I think that's what it's called.
Wait.
That's what it's called.
Costa Rica?
No, I think that's like Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that Indiana?
No,
Indiana.
that's
Central
He was in
America?
the Midwest.
Oh, he was
Midwest
you
America.
were on the vacation of your life, it looked like, on Instagram.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Wow.
You
mean-
were going full dad bod. You had like the Hawaiian shirts on with like nothing under them, but really buttoned low.
He was wearing like Tommy Bahamas.
Yeah,
He
you know,
went
that
to
was-
Nordstrom before
The
he
only
took off.
reason I got that was for a Lord Hot Dog video.
but you are him, so it's not really a.
I guess. I mean, somewhat.
You were
It's
going
kind-
hard at the paint with Jack Mandeville from Ranger
I
Up.
was, you know.
Is that over now?
No, but honestly, Jack is a formidable foe.
Yeah.
Like his editing style is hard to compete with. Like, honestly, I think Jack's funniest video was that one about the CNN anchor saying that calling us fake news is like calling us the N-word. Did you see that, Ross?
Oh, God. Yeah.
That video?
Jack's videos are some of my favorives. They're so
I
fucking
died.
weird.
Did you see that one?
I don't think I did.
Oh my
I'll watch it
God,
after the show, though.
dude. This is hardcore. Like,
he knows no boundaries,
Yeah.
so he goes hard. I like it.
He does. He goes real hard in the
You
paint.
didn't
He can't
see
put
that
it
video?
up on
No,
Ranger
no.
Up. But,
oh my God. I almost want you guys to just pull it up right now. Because this is Evan's gonna die when he watches this.
Who is
like,
it?
just
Jack-
go to Jack's Instagram on your phone.
I'll do it real quick on my
Jack
phone while you
Man-
guys
And
talking.
show
our
Evan,
faves.
show Evan this. It's he's talking about the CNN. What's that CNN anchor's name?
Which one is it?
There was a bunch.
I didn't do my research before the show. Here. Okay, this is Jack.
Got it. What was that anchor's name, Ross? You know who?
I don't. I quit watching CNN, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
It just got to be a little
Good.
much.
I'll tell you who it wasn't though. It wasn't Don fucking Lemon.
No, it
fucking-
definitely
Oh
wasn't.
no, I did
Don
watch
Lemon.
this one. Yeah, especially with Asians. It's like-
No, that was the wrong one. then.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get it later.
He might have deleted it.
Oh,
Maybe
It was. I'm gonna text him and say, text me that video.
Maybe. But hey, from the top here, before we get into the sponsors, I want to give a shout out to all the Drinkin' Bros. Somebody put up a really cool post yesterday. We had to pull an episode and do an emergency episode. I just want to thank everybody out there for not reposting that and just fucking leaving that dog lie. So we thank you.
You know, sometimes Ross, we get carried away.
We do.
We don't realize, like, you know, sometimes you can't just go full ham.
You can. You sure can.
I mean,
you
we
know?
want.
Well, we
to.
know you
Yeah,
can.
We want
Well,
to.
I mean, yeah, I got a lot of anger in me. You know, I got a lot of anger in me, and sometimes when you're working on just like 3 hours of sleep in 4 days and fueled by a lot of caffeine and anger, you just might, you know, you might say some inappropriate things.
it's all right.
It's fine. It's fine. Look,
The,
when
the
you go
world
to
needs inappropriate.
when you go to the deli, you just can't go full ham sometimes. You know, you gotta mix
That's
it up.
right.
You
That
got to
is right.
mix it up. And let's mix it up with some sponsors, shall we? First up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com. You heard them at the top of the show. You know they're a fan fave. We fucking love them. It's the tastiest, tiniest little tin pouch full of energy. You rip it open, it squirts in every type of liquid available. Strikeforce Energy.
Strikeforce, Ross. Strikeforce is really growing legs. Like, it is really growing legs. Like, it's almost like, it's funny too, because now when I meet random people that are just a fan of the show or they like the coffee or whatever, they always bring up Strikeforce. Always.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
hey man, I got my Strikeforce the other day. Like,
Yeah, even the
all
guys
right.
here love it. I brought in a can today that Sean sent me, and they're like, "You got Strikeforce?" Because it seems like everybody's on coffee until about 2 or 3 p.m.
Yeah,
and then they're
it's
hitting
like,
Strikeforce.
Ooh, I need something different.
Yeah, and I will say this: I was at working at the beautiful Black Rifle Coffee offices last week, and it was out. People were out. You guys were out of Strikeforce. People really taking it down there.
It's yummy.
Go to strikeforceenergy.com, type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. You get 20% off. They got a subscription to the month club, and they ship everywhere in the entire world. And they got a bottle. You can buy a bottle that just boom squirts right out into that shit.
You realize I put that bottle in the break room and it's already like half gone, Ross. I was like,
I know.
That's 50 squirts.
No, it's 100.
No,
That's
100 is in the bottle. If it's half gone.
Oh, yeah, it's 50
That's
squirts.
50 squirts.
That's great math.
That's called algebra.
Algebra.
Damn trigonometry.
Damn,
Man, them trigonometry.
Ross knows all about that being from Georgia.
I know.
They're algebra specialists.
How many sides on a triangle?
When's the train come to town? Where's that train? Where's that train? Where's the rap from? Atlanta.
Atlanta.
The rap's from Atlanta.
It is from Atlanta.
I heard that's where the players play, Ross.
It is.
Yeah, I
It
heard
is
that's where the players play. Yeah, that's what I heard.
I want to go play down there. I'm
Yeah.
going to make a
Should.
fake rap persona and go tour down in Atlanta.
Atlanta. We should make Ross take us to the Ohio State University.
I am.
Atlanta.
The book tour is going to one of the stops is going to be at the Ohio State University, so it's going to be on. Next up, we got ghostbed.com. Boy, love the ghost bed.
You know I love the ghost bed. I've been sending you videos.
You put a video up on Instagram of Charlotte with the ghost bed. How great is that pillow, by the way?
Oh, I love those pillows, by the way.
How many pillows did you take, too?
I got 3.
Damn it, you took the third? I was going to go back there and grab it.
Wait, there's one more.
Is there?
Yeah. You can have 3.
Yeah.
And 3 fit all across your bed, so you can roll
Yes.
around all night and have the same pillow.
Do you
It's
roll
a fucking dream.
You roll around all night?
Well, I mean, I kind of do stuff.
What stuff in the middle of the
I
night?
mean, I just, in my sleep, I do like lap rolls.
Oh, like in a pool? Like with your feet off the
Like
off
I
the
roll
wall?
and then I hit the end and then I roll
Roll
the other
back.
way and then we call that polling. Yeah, like a roly poly. Like
Yeah, I was
we
gonna
call it polling.
Roly poly,
Yeah, yeah.
daddy's little fatty.
Yeah, we call it daddy's little fatty.
Your daddy's little fatty.
I am now. Shut up, Ross.
Fatty.
Daddy's. Oh, speaking of it, his dad is actually in the room right now. So your daddy's little fatty, dude.
Shut up.
Daddy's little
fatty. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Look, you're getting $50 off a mattress. For this month, they are giving 5 free mattresses away to any active military or veterans out there. So just pop in your email. You're good to go. The bed just comes in a box right to your house and inflates. It's fucking amazing. Huge fan of ghostbed.com. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Get that discount. Get that discount on a new mattress. Next up, we got Ready Man. Evan Hafer, why don't you tell us about it?
Oh, Ready Man, you've got to master the art of self-reliance.
Ooh, I like that. Is that the new? Is that their new?
I like that.
Is that new?
We came up with that, I don't know, a year ago. They were like beating a bunch of stuff around the office, and Jeff was like, ooh, I like that one. So you've got a bunch of your self-sufficiency items that you can go out there and take care of, meaning you've got your lockpick sets, you've got hatchets and knives, a bunch of crazy, kooky survival stuff. So you can use the discount code Drinking or Drinkin Bros. You can take 20% off, and you can also get behind their membership, and you've got a bunch of cool cool content.
Metaphorically or literally? Get
Yeah,
behind
both.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Get behind
Both.
that thing.
Both.
Yep.
I like
So,
that.
Yeah, you can
I like it a
jump
lot.
in there, grab some gear from readyman.com.
All right. Next up, we got straightrazors.com. It's one of my personal faves.
I really love Luke. I mean, and then that's one of the cool things I want to say about, our sponsors, Ross, is we have personal relationships with everybody.
I know. I know.
Sean and the guys from Strikeforce are friends. I've known Sean for close to 6 years now. He's got a lot of cool things going. And then Luke from Straight Razors, he's an awesome guy. He flew out on a whim to come hang out with us one night last year at the Range 15 thing.
He did.
Man.
And he wore an amazing suit.
He wore a
mustaches.
mustache
Lots of
suit.
good suits.
He wore
It was-
a mustache.
It was awesome. Big fan of straightrazors.com. They've got some of the finest shaving products in the world. Their cologne's ranked number 1. Their fucking shaving cream is ranked number 1. I legitimately use this shit. It's fucking awesome. And their straight razor shave is the closest to get this mustache in pristine condition. Go to straightrazors.com. Get yourself a kit. Get yourself a shaving kit. Type in the promo code drink20 for 20% off. Next up, we got warfightertobacco.com. Scott Jansen and the boys, they just wanted to say thanks this month. They said, hey, we appreciate you being sponsors. Everybody had a big dick of a time at SHOT Show. But if you need some fine cigars, go to warfightertobacco.com. Smoke me if you got them. Type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. You get 10% off. You get that's t-shirts and humidors. So check them out. Check them out.
Get it all.
Get it all.
And this last one's for you. Battle Box. We were at the office. Battle Box got some dope ass shit.
I was back in Logan's office, and
he's like a hoarder of battle boxes.
There was like 12 battle box back there, and I was all sneaking through. I'm like, where are the goodies at?
Hey, Ross, tell those guys from Battle Box I want some goodies too.
Battle Box is like a monthly subscription where they send out the dopest box full of like gadgets. There's knives. I feel like I opened up 9 boxes and every one of them had a knife in it, which is pretty fucking awesome.
They have a knife month. They have a knife of the month club too. Like,
well, then that makes sense because it's fucking awesome.
It's dope. Yeah, there's Jared. There was like 10 boxes.
I'm gonna call it a man shit box. So you want man shit.
Yeah, fuck. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's they're the dope show. They're the dope show. And then Evan Hafer. We're you guys are live out of Black Rifle Coffee. Tell us about that premium roast.
Matt's got that one right now.
I'm gonna steal it from Evan.
He's stealing it from Evan.
Don't look at me, Evan. Black Rifle Coffee is a premium roast-to-order coffee company. I still can't do the voice like that.
That is awesome.
That is what?
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
No, Black Rifle. We like to piss some people off. At the end of the day, we like great coffee better. So, blackriflecoffee.com. You type in Lord Hot Dog, all one word. It's 21% off.
Ooh,
21% off. And we got some really cool things coming down the pipeline. So I'm excited to launch some new groovy stuff.
We have a whole documentary that was shot down in Central America while we were going straight to the farms, right where the coffee beans come from.
Really?
Creating relationships with them. I know a lot of people don't know. One of those farms is owned by a U.S. Army veteran.
Really?
And now we have a deal with him where we're buying all his coffee.
So, yeah, Jared, you went down there. How many farms do you think you went to? Because you guys were down there for what, a week?
We went to 3, and it was like in Costa Rica, it takes forever to get anywhere. Like,
why?
It's just the roads. It's single lane roads everywhere. It's single lane bridges everywhere. So everybody has to wait their turn over a bridge. And I mean, you're in a rainforest, so there's a lot of fucking bridges.
Right. you look like you were having the time of your life down there.
It was fun. I mean, it was hot. I was sweating.
Well, yeah. What's the temperature like down there?
I mean, it's like a cool 92, like with 100% humidity.
But that's probably nice to get out of Salt Lake for a while.
Yeah.
Fucking
it was fun to
frigid.
be in the hot, and it was like we landed in San Jose. Me and Alex Miller, our guy that goes around with us and films all of our cool stuff, and we get picked up. The guy at the airport waiting for me, his name is Hector, and he has a Lord Hot Dog sign.
He had a Lord Hot Dog
in
sign?
San Jose, Costa Rica, we walk out of customs, and there is a Costa Rican man holding a Lord Hot Dog sign.
That's when you know
that's
when
real.
I arrived.
That is 100% real, and I've got Ross. I'm going to text you the photo of it right now, so you can.
Did he have any context of what Lord Hot Dog was in your inside joke, or was he just kind of like
he actually knew all about it? He would introduce me to people as Senor Hot Dog.
Senor Hot Dog.
Yeah, Senor Hot Dog, and it was really funny, like because I didn't mind. Or
Evan, did you know that they had a
Caliente.
sign for Lord Hot Dog when he showed up?
Yeah, I saw it on. I think it was either JT or one of those guys on their Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny coming out of customs like that. And then we drove 3.5 hours south and into the central portion of Costa Rica, like in the heart of the rainforest and the mountains. And that's where the farms that were owned by our buddy that is a Army veteran up there.
What was the economy like down there? Like, could you get 50-cent beers, or were they charging gringo
was
prices?
it cheap?
Oh no, it wasn't cheap at all. Like it's not cheap.
Really?
Like so the currency down there is called colonias.
Colonias.
Yes, and it's 500 colonias to $1, and a sandwich and a drink and stuff is about 6,000 colonias. So it's like $12.
Okay.
So it's like it's very normal. Like I went to McDonald's the first.
Of course, I mean, you go to fucking Costa Rica and then you go eat at a fucking McDonald's.
It was literally 10 minutes after we got off the plane too. I was like, I want to try Costa Rican McDonald's, and it was good.
It's the same fucking thing.
No, it's not.
I guarantee.
Because they use local meat there.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
do they?
different?
Yes.
Oh yeah, how does that taste?
Because they use local beef, so it's not like McDonald's has a deal with like the beef there, and they use that beef there. So it's like it tastes good.
But you went to McDonald's still. You weren't like, let's go try a local butcher shop.
I bought 18,000 colonias worth of McDonald's for me and Alex.
Okay, I don't get like with the colonias. Like, what's the point of that? Because I feel like math's harder. It's so easy.
No,
US
just
is
double
one.
it. Just double it.
I know, but
Yeah.
like it's you buy something, you feel like you're spending. That's 70,000 colonias.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You're like, oh my
You get
god, but it's fucking what, $50?
You get a dinner bill back, and it's $150,000.
Yeah, that's scary, dude.
because they don't have a sign, so it's just
So
a dollar.
you were a
sign.
millionaire down there.
A hot dog millionaire.
Yeah, you're a hot dog millionaire.
Yeah.
I pulled out $400 cash, and it was in like fucking. They have. I don't really get it. It says 1 million on there, but I don't understand that math.
Sure.
So yeah, we go to the rainforest. Our friend Matt down there has like a house, and it comes with a cook,
Oh,
which is super cool.
that's
And it's
fucking awesome.
right on a river. So like, when I got there, I opened both windows, and you just hear a giant river rushing, and then all the crazy birds and stuff.
Okay,
in the
so
rainforest.
you were saying this is a kind of cool trip. You literally were like in the middle of an Amazon with a fucking personal chef.
Yeah.
What? How are you trying to make that sound like you're?
And the
it's
first
rough?
morning, she made me hot dogs for breakfast.
Oh boy. Dude. So again, I was in Salt Lake last week. I was working with Matt and at Black Rifle. Your wife came in one day, Jared. You know the first words out of her mouth?
What?
Did you see fucking Jared partying on his vacation? She's got 2 kids in the office. A hoodie on. The other kids run around. She's like, Jared's out fucking partying at some tropical island.
No, she says it about everything. Like, oh, they're in Vegas. They're just partying in Vegas. No, we weren't. It was Vegas.
I
was
will give
hardcore.
your wife a fucking radio high five because she squared me away. I needed your truck and she dropped the keys off for me.
Nice.
So it was very
did.
kind of her.
She's helpful.
Hung out with Charlotte for a little
She's
bit.
helpful.
Very helpful.
Yeah.
So, but you guys got some good work down there done working with the
Yeah. So I mean, we went up. That first day after we woke up, we went up into the mountains where the farm is, and like our friend Matt has like a house, like a little house. It's kind of like a hut up there that he lets the indigenous people use because they hike down in from almost like 40 miles from into the mountains. They hike in to buy stuff like toilet paper and shit like that, and then they hike back. And he lets him like use that place when they're back for supplies, and they got like 100 kids and stuff like that have probably never seen a white person before in their life. They just stared at me.
Especially,
Never.
Daddy's little fatty. I mean,
I'm not Daddy's little fatty.
That's something to
I was
see.
I was on
Daddy's
hot dogs and
little
rice
fatty.
in Costa Rica. I was losing weight.
How is hot dogs and rice? That's the worst.
Well, because there was
processed
no
meat mix.
bun. She was just cutting them in half and frying them, and they were perfect breakfast food.
I can't. do that.
So like we go up there and Matt explains like how because he's been growing these coffee plants for 5 years, and he's telling us the difference between how the pickers work and how you get a good cherry and a bad one, and then so from there we go down the mountain to the processing plant where they process all the cherries and kind of what do we call that, Evan? Debadge them of the cherry meat.
When you're
when you peel
stripping
'em.
the skin, basically, you're taking it.
It's
down
ran
to the
through
chaff. So
waters.
it's a
and
water. It's a
mills.
water processing.
Yeah, and then you roll them all out and dry them out, and then you run them through another process that takes the skin off of them, that gets that green coffee bean, and then you bag them up. So that was pretty cool.
You bag 'em up.
What did that guy do? Like, what was his reasoning for buying this coffee thing down in Costa Rica?
He's a serial entrepreneur. Like, I mean, he started out with a laundromat.
Yeah, a laundromat.
And he had vacation down in Costa Rica, and him and his wife were just like, how can we make money by owning property down here? And
Right.
it came to he was like, oh, well, let's go in on a coffee farm. And it was cool because that rainforest village we're in, I mean, you know, downtown is like 10 little buildings right next to each other. There were 2 bars right across the street from each other, and then a market, and then a church and a police station.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's super small, super low key, super fun. So then we came out of the rainforest and we went back to San Jose, where we met up with another contact of ours that is part of one of the biggest exporters of coffee in Costa Rica. And then he took us to the top 2 farms that he had chosen for us, saying that, you know, he would like us to see how they do things out there. And
how big are these farms?
Massive. I mean, they're huge. Like, I mean, we took a helicopter in, like, so you'll see the video of square miles of acreage of coffee plants. And then
that's true. If you want to check out some of the stuff, I know on the Black Rifle Coffee YouTube channel, Logan had just posted a vlog, and I watched it, and it was just fucking cool to see everything you guys are doing down there. While we were freezing our asses off here, you guys are down there eating fried hot dogs in the morning. I get it. I get it.
Listening to the rivers and the rainforests. And one thing too, like, Costa Rica has very strict labor laws. So like the farm, one of the farms that we buy from that we visited, a lot of their workers are Nicaraguan that come up to work and then send the money back down to their families, but they provide housing and healthcare for them, childcare, and then they pay them 3 times minimum wage to pick the coffee plants.
That's fucking awesome.
And the work age is 16. Legal work age is 16 there. So we actually went down.
I started working when I was 15.
We went down into the fields, like, and watched them pick, bundle, bag, and then drop off. Like, it was funny because we were talking about, like, you need to bring these fucking snowflakes from the US, just grab them by the scruff of the hair and take them into those fields and say, this is what real fucking work is. Like,
seriously,
this is where your coffee comes from. Like, it is literally, you know, a woman too, like carrying a fucking 70-pound basket of coffee cherries on her back, like down like a mile and a half to get to the drop point where they drop the cherries. And how they do it is like, so everybody goes out with a bunch of these big sacks. And then they have baskets. So all day while they're picking, they fill these sacks. And then when they go to the drop point, they go out of the sack into the basket, and they give the basket to a guy with a giant dump truck. When he dumps it off, he puts a token, like it's a plastic token, in the basket. And there's 3 different types of tokens that are like red, green, and blue. And like red is a full basket, blue is a 3/4 of a basket, and blue is a half basket. So then they keep just transferring their basket bags, and then they go with their tokens to like a cashier place that's up there, or even the town around the plantation takes tokens as currency. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So is it paid per hour, and then the tokens are like
no, they're not paid per hour. They're paid via volume. But like
I didn't know if that was like an
average. The average volume is 3 times minimum wage in Costa Rica.
Oh shit, that's kind of a cool fucking thing.
Yeah, it was a really cool.
The more you know with Jared Taylor.
Yeah, you really got your education on down there.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got distracted just a little bit. There was like a homeless dude that just walked in the back of our parking lot and was wondering if I can grab my gun and walk outside, but I think we're good.
That happens a lot.
You know, we're downtown, so, you know, once in a while you get some people jumping the walls. You know, Charlie's in the trees. Are you allowed to say that, right? I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
that was the 70s.
It's Charlie.
60s. Charlie, yeah.
Yeah, Charlie. It's just a dude.
It's just a dude.
A random dude named Charlie.
Well, I did make a video down in that rainforest. I was searching for John Rambo.
Did you find him?
I did not.
God, I would love to search for John Rambo.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Matt, I missed you, by the way. I loved the meal preps, the working out, the shakes we had together every day. We had a nice schedule while I was there.
We were in a good groove. Get up, you know, in the morning, go work out, have a nice shake, eat some meal prep, work, do some more work, maybe a whiskey, then some more work. It was good.
In a non-gay way, I miss you. Like, I missed that. It was a nice time with you.
I'm sorry I had to take off early, but I had to go take care of some good stuff for the business. So
you did. How was Wisconsin, by the way?
You know, we flew everywhere. We had a little nice business trip, so things are good. You know,
Yeah,
Good.
we had a bonding experience.
We had a bonding experience.
Yeah, it was really nice.
With
we were
each
actually
other?
on a plane. we had just dropped Evan off to hang out with his wife and family, and then we were heading back to Salt Lake. And I'm on the plane with somebody that flies a lot, and with Rob, who is
Does not fly a lot.
No, he doesn't. So he's like fucking nervous as shit sitting there because we're hitting hardcore turbulence in like Boulder, Colorado, and we're in like a small little plane. And so his armpits are just fucking dripping sweat. And I'm sitting there and I had a beer in my hand, of course. And I was like, stop being a pussy. And he's like, what? You're not even fucking mildly scared? And I'm like, my dad didn't raise a bitch. And the second I say that, the plane drops like 25 feet in the air and I just slam against the ceiling. My beer hits and shoots beer over everyone in there. And they're like, fuck you, bro. Don't you ever say that shit again. I was like, oh, my bad. Sorry. I almost killed us. But we made it out alive. I just got a little bit of beer on everybody, but we're all right.
Holy shit.
And the guy basically, he texted me because nobody was telling me. He's like, hey, you might want to ask these guys about their trip because we almost died. And I was like, seriously? It was that bad? Yeah, I guess turbulence was pretty bad.
He wasn't a fan either. He was white knuckling it on there the whole time, which was freaking Rob out because Rob's like, dude, you fly all the time, and he's white knuckling the seat.
Listen, the one thing you guys got to know about those type of jets, they are tanks. Like if you look at air,
that's why I'm not scared.
Yeah, air mishaps. Like turbulence has literally only brought down planes in the single digits out of the history of us flying. Like turbulence was the cause. Now a jet like that's that size, when you compress it like that, the airframe is so strong. Like, I mean, some of those jets are almost 4G rated jets that'll never pull over 1G. So, I mean, the thing is built like a tank.
We were hitting a half G because I could definitely feel it where I was like, oh, fuck, that's some G-force on this thing. But that's what I'm not worried about. Plus, like, I'm a man of action in my life where it's like, if I have the ability to change the outcome, then I'll go into like, all right, how do I fix this? I'm in the back seat of a fucking plane, seat belted in with a beer in my hand. What the fuck am I going to do to turbulence? Nothing.
But when stuff like that happens, you start running down. Okay, also, too, the glide slope of those jets are fucking much crazier than a lot of other airframes.
Right.
So it's like, you could lose both fucking engines,
right,
but you're at enough altitude there, they can pick an emergency airfield
and it was a two engine plane,
like,
and on that jet you had the engines were closer to the airframe, so if one goes out, we're going to be good with one. It's not going to like spin us out. So I was like, we're good.
When you really need to fear an aircraft mishap is fire. Fire is when it's like, oh, there's no saving this one.
Yeah. So the guy that we were with, he was telling us they flew out of Hawaii a few years ago, and they were looking out, like he had his kids and everybody on a chartered flight, and the engine blew up. Like one of the engines blew up, like caught on fire and blew up, and so they had to emergency land in Hawaii. They were over the ocean, so they took off and they were on it. They were literally climbing, and then it goes boom, and the engine blew up. And so, I mean, and then he was talking about a previous flight that he was on coming into New York, and like, God, he's just had a lot of. Well, he's flown a lot. He flies like 5 days a week.
I love Pilot X because you see, he tells us the same. The thing is like your biggest prone to aircraft mishaps is poor maintenance.
Poor maintenance, yeah.
Poor maintenance.
Yeah.
Because that's what he always says. I don't know.
People always rush maintenance, he says, and that's why he's been with the same person for 32 years. Because they don't fuck around over there.
Yeah, Ross, not to like go talk too much about air mishaps, but he had that his pilot was questioning, or excuse me, the owner of the jet was questioning Pilot X why he didn't want to go land at a specific time in Aspen.
Oh, this is a good story.
Yeah, you probably tell it better, but I guess the way that you have to land at Aspen, it's a pretty dangerous airfield.
So
why is that?
Pilot X, here's the thing, Ross. Pilot X has a series of rules. Like he has a series of rules that he won't budge on. Like even though he works for an extremely, in the top 0.1% of the world's wealthiest men. Like he has these rules, and as
a pilot,
his boss said, and this was about he had worked for him for close to 18 years, I believe, at this point. Like, and he was like, his boss asked him to break the rule. He wanted to land in Aspen at night with bad weather, and Pilot X said, "No, I'm not going to." He goes, "Well, you work for me. You're my pilot." He goes, "No, I'm not. I'm not going to land in Aspen at night with bad weather." So the boss gets mad and is like, fine, we'll leave in the morning. Or,
Yeah, there's some wins there too.
No, he had to bump his schedule. He said he had to bump his schedule earlier. He said, if we're not in the air by 3 p.m., we're not going. He's like, well, I got stuff to do. He goes, well, like I said, we're not going if we're not in the air by 3. So they go in, they land, and his boss gets in a car, or his boss does some stuff for the evening, and then he gets in a car in Aspen and he drives back around the airport about 3 hours later after dark. And as he drives around, there is a smoldering pile of private jet from a bunch of Hollywood people that crashed on the runway.
No way.
And it turned out that pilot tried to advise them that they couldn't land in Aspen. It was a bunch of Hollywood execs, and they said, you absolutely will, because they were late for a Christmas party. And they fucking took it right in, like boom, explosion, everybody dead. And so the boss came back to the house where Pilot X was and handed him just like a huge cash bonus. Like, I will never question you again.
Wow.
There's certain things you don't play with.
I know.
It's like trying to land in an ice storm. You're like, yo, I didn't de-ice the plane. Let's not do that.
But that's the thing, is Pilot X always told us, it's like, if you only take calculated risks, like that you have to, when you don't have to, don't do it. And don't bend it just because you're late or you're impatient or anything like that. It's like, and that's how you avoid a lot of these mishaps is proper maintenance and proper planning.
Man, it's true. It's true.
I will say on that plane, Evan, the guy kept looking back at the liquor cabinet, and I was like, does he want a drink? Why does he keep looking back there? And you went over there and handed him a soda, and he's like, okay, thanks. And it was just like, that was weird, bro.
Yeah, it was super weird. It was like, dude, if you want something, you can ask.
Because he's in the cockpit, and he keeps trying to lean back like this. And we're like, does he want something? You can get out of the cockpit or ask one of us, because it's fucking weird, bro. You're going to catch your knee on that stick and throw us into the ground. not about that life, Ross.
It sounds like this pilot was a little suspect.
There was two of them, so it's okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
you always got a backup.
We got some breaking news here to Drinkin' Bros. It's rare, but it's breaking news. Kid Rock is being discussed as a potential Senate for the GOP in Michigan next year to run against Democrat Debbie Stabenow.
Oh God, I'm looking at him. You can see Evan right
happening?
now.
What is happening?
You can see Evan right now.
Holy shit! Here's the thing. I kind of think he could win. Is that fucked up or not? Like,
I mean, come on,
probably
dude.
will win.
Come on. I mean, the Kardashians could fucking win in California. I mean,
I think you're right.
It doesn't. It really doesn't matter. It only matters like how big is your social media following at this point. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
So
You
Matt-
guys could win the presidency one day. Matt,
I think Evan has a real
Evan and
shot
Matt
at
could
the
win.
presidency.
Yeah. I'll be VP. Like, I'm not smart enough to be president. That's
Can
Evan
I be
all
the
day.
press secretary?
Oh my God.
The White House press.
Sir. What's the president's chance? Shut the fuck up.
Shut up. You shut up. You're not allowed here anymore. Secret Service, get this one out. I want him out. Yeah. All right. Next question. They all have to be nice.
When we would go to like Colombia, you'd be like in the Secret Service, be like, listen, I know you're going to buy hookers. Just pay them, okay?
Pay
Don't
them, please.
Pay them so we don't have
Pay
a
them?
national incident.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just wonder what people are thinking. Like, what are the qualifying factors for somebody to be a representative of you in the federal or state government? So, like, typically, I guess you don't want to select somebody like you, right? I want to select somebody that's better than me. And when I say that, it's like if I sit down at a table and I know I can just like destroy this dude at a game of chess, like he's playing checkers and I'm playing chess, like that's probably not the dude that I want to represent me. I just like throwing that out to everybody. Like maybe think of it more as like an interview process.
Kid
Like, I'm
Rock-
looking for somebody better than me.
Kid Rock's defense, like he wasn't born rich. You know, he's worked a fucking minimum wage job. He's you know, he found fame eventually and money.
I'm not disputing that he doesn't, you know, he has wealth or maybe quite possibly he's gained wealth. It's the fact that it's like, dude, he's a musician.
Yeah.
He has quite possibly, hey man, if he's at the head of that table and he runs his empire,
I'm gonna see if he has any education.
by all means, I'm just saying, like, you really kind of have to choose who's representing you, and not only that, but who do you want to represent you, right? So is this person better? I'm not saying that Kid Rock is a bad guy. I'm just saying, like, is that the best we have? Like, is that are these the best that we
the
have?
bang, the bang, biggie, biggie, diggy, said the boogie, said
I just raised that. I just raised that question, man. Like,
Just
is this the best we got? Like,
not all
the best we got.
Look at the election, bro.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
he's gonna rock the vote. He's gonna rock.
He's
the
gonna
vote.
rock it.
I
I just think it's a slippery slope to idiocracy, and I don't know if we, are we already on the slide?
Grew up on a farm and worked with horses.
That's Jared's
His
qualifying
dad.
attributes.
I mean, that's a lot more qualifying than some rich asshole that was born rich.
Here's the
at
thing.
least you fucking worked at one point.
Yeah, he did. But Kid Rock's dad owned car dealerships. Kid Rock is fine. But this is for you, Evan. This was the statement just made by the Michigan GOP staffer Sarah Anderson. She just told Fox News of the talk of a Kid Rock Senate run. I've not specifically talked to Kid Rock about that, but I think that he would be awesome. This was her exact words. I wouldn't be surprised if there was movement for him to run, but based on my knowledge, he has not been asked yet, but they certainly think it is a possibility, and they have tapped him as one of the candidates that might run next year.
If he is a candidate, I hope they don't go by Robert Ritchie, his real name. They go by Kid Rock.
Yeah, that would be funny. Kid
Bob
Rock,
Ritchie.
Michigan.
Yeah, exactly. He goes by his fucking stage name.
I would love to see that in the meeting. Kid Rock, Michigan. Yeah.
Is it weird that I knew Kid Rock's real name? Is that weird?
Yeah, Bob.
I just learned it because I was on.
It's Bob.
I was on his.
No, it's Robert Ritchie's his full name.
I was on his. He did sign. He signed a record label at age 17, so maybe he hasn't worked that hard.
I would honestly say, like, hey man, I don't know enough about Kid Rock to say, or what would you say his name was? Ryan Ritchie.
Rob Ritchie.
I don't know enough whether or not he would be a good candidate. Just my knee-jerk reaction says, maybe we keep looking. Maybe keep.
Let's put the feelers out there. I'll tell you what,
Wait.
he's a good candidate to have a whiskey with. I would invite him to the Black Rifle.
That's a
Office.
whiskey.
Dude,
yeah, that would
trust
be
me, I love hanging out with fucking people. Like, my dog is awesome. Like, he's fucking rad. I don't want him casting votes based on fucking jerky chewies, dude. I can't fucking do that.
You don't want him to.
I don't want him submitting legislation about
agriculture?
fucking how many times he needs to be sucked off by other dogs during the fucking day. Like, I guess like his concerns aren't my concerns. Like I think we've got some pressing matters. I think you've got some really fucking talented and bright people to pull from. And man, that's just what I'm saying. We got 300 million fucking people in the United States.
340 or some shit.
We might not just like judge people's worth based on how many Twitter followers they have. And that's not a ding on anybody other than like, I'm really thinking of Kim Kardashian. That's the one that fucking scares me.
Yeah.
Like that scares me.
Or like
Schwarzenegger
Beyonce was our governor. Schwarzenegger was our governor for 2 terms.
Trust me.
And
that,
look
that
what
was
happened with that,
He
Ross.
was married to a Kennedy.
Fucking dam broke the other day.
I would say this.
Yeah, exactly.
The Arnie, and I'm not a fucking waving flag for Arnie. I'm just saying, like, dude, that guy, like, he built his entire empire from ground up.
Yeah.
Like, man,
he is the American dream.
He is the
So
American
did Kid
dream.
Rock,
like, he's
though.
an immigrant.
So did Kid Rock.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I said, I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm not saying anything other than like, man, maybe we should really start just thinking about who we're electing. Like, just think about it. Maybe do a little bit more research.
Maybe
read something more than Wikipedia.
Maybe
just throwing it out there.
We revisit the qualifications. Maybe.
America's on such a fucking weird path with qualifications because it seems like the only qualification is
age. And citizenship.
I don't know. I
like
can't get
age
into
and
some
citizenship.
weird like
Age and citizenship are the only ones we enforce.
I'm in a weird place right now politically. so
Although
it's hard
that
for me to
Obama
talk
birth
about.
certificate video was really funny.
Yeah, it was. Really funny.
I give him
The
a,
White
a
House,
clap,
that's super
a
great.
clap for that, like because that was fucking funny.
Right.
Like
I think we should, to be president, one of the qualifications is you have to have a beard, at least for the next 3 terms. Like, let's get
tattoos.
let's get a beard in there.
And
Yeah.
tattoos.
Let's get a beard in the White House. That's the 2020 campaign. Get a beard in the White House.
Get a beard in the White House with tattoos.
I like it.
It is.
Evan, you have both.
I mean,
You do.
we got a
I
guy
don't have a beard anymore.
We
Yeah,
got
you
a
did shave.
guy in the White House with a wife that's still in her 20s. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, how old is she?
That's the way it should be, though.
30s.
That's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? No, she's, I think she's late 30s, 40s maybe, early 40s, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think that.
Hey,
I mean, there's some nudes of her out there, which is not to talk about the first lady. That was
amazing, but they're
pretty
amazing.
much. They're artsy. They're artsy.
Okay.
Yes. She's, by the way, the most ridiculously hot girl on the planet in real
Oh,
life.
she's 46, bro.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Maybe,
there we go.
yeah.
Yeah, she's born in
killing the game.
1970. April 26th. Her birthday's coming up. Let's get
Are you
something nice
kidding
for the
me?
first lady.
I
Killing
saw
the
Cindy.
game.
6?
I saw Cindy Crawford on an infomercial the other day, and she looks good for like 60 plus.
No,
Cindy Crawford.
yeah,
I
she's-
feel like she stopped aging at 45.
Yeah, she's like
She did,
she's
yeah,
got some
she's 50.
watermelon face cream. Watermelon.
Yeah,
She's only 50.
I think it's Siemens. Siemens good for your face.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
who's been blasting out on Crawford?
Oh, she's been married forever. Her husband is Randy Gerber. He's a fucking hotel magnate, is what they call it in the game.
Magnate? So
yeah,
what-
he rolls with Clooney
Evan,
and those guys.
That's Ivanka. That's his daughter. How old is
Evan,
Ivanka?
what
Oh, that's his daughter.
That's
what-
his daughter.
professions? What professions give you a title of tycoon? Like I know railroad tycoon.
Yeah.
oil.
I actually
oil?
don't. I don't think
Oil
that that's
tycoon?
an
Gas?
official title. I
Gas
think that's
tycoon?
Can we be coffee tycoons?
for sure.
What
I would-
classifies a tycoon?
I mean, I think that it's control. So I mean, if you say you're a tycoon, then you'd have control over several different mechanisms within that industry. So like an oil tycoon, I think purely defined would be somebody that has like, for instance, petroleum refinery, transportation, and the
Yeah.
sales.
So
of,
a
right?
coffee
So
tycoon.
we
Would
need
you-
an estate, we need a shipping company, and then we need us.
No, and then we need to own the farms.
Yeah. So
Well, that's what a
yeah,
estate
the,
is.
The estate,
Yeah.
the shipping company, and let's say franchise operations. Or
Okay.
Yeah.
Someday I'll be a tycoon.
something. Someday
I-
you're kind of
someday.
a tycoon.
Someday.
You're daddy's little fatty type.
I'm not
tycoon.
Daddy's fatty. Shut up.
Daddy's little fatty. That that's the title of this
Oh,
episode
God.
now. We're naming
No,
the
it's
episode
not.
Daddy's little
that's
fatty.
that's the kryptonite to Lord Hot Dog when he comes in. I am Lord Hot Dog. I'm like, daddy's little fatty. You're not daddy's little fatty.
Daddy, I'm thin
no,
right now.
no.
I'm thin right now.
Yeah, I mean, you got like the whole. Yeah, sure.
I'm thin for me. Look at my movie. Look at my movie pictures compared to
That's
now.
like sucking one less dick and being like, I'm a little less gay.
It is less gay if you suck one less dick.
Is it?
No,
Yes,
I don't.
it
I
is.
actually no. I don't
Yes.
believe that.
There is not.
You can't say, well, I've only sucked. Well, that guy's a little bit more gay than I am because he sucked 100 dicks and I've
Yeah.
only sucked 99. You can't say
Yes,
that.
you
so
can.
I'm
Yes,
wait,
you
wait.
can.
So on that thing, I'm more straight than you.
Yeah, you are.
Right?
Damn it, you are.
Yeah.
You are more straight than me.
Why? How do
Because
you?
I've probably slept with more people than Jared. So
And he's had more threesomes.
Whoa,
With females.
whoa! How do you
With
like? You
females.
say it as if you were in the room.
No.
No.
I'm just saying in general.
I'm not.
He wasn't
that-
in the room.
I'm
he was
not
in the
that dude.
closet.
I have never had a double girl threesome, so you know he's more straight than me.
That is a little known fact. Is Jared and Evan have seen me buck naked before? Because I was like,
Oh yeah, there's the first time Evan came to my house.
yeah. I was like, y'all got a condom?
You had a whiskey bottle in front of you though.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you had a Jameson, the big one too.
Oh,
the big
okay,
one.
okay, so it
The
was
big one,
covered
but
up.
it was still bleeding out the edges.
yeah.
It was on that. Can you say it was on that day friendship was made in your Morgan Freeman voice,
Yeah.
Ross?
It was on that day friendship was made.
and I remember it like yesterday because you were living in JT's spare room.
I just moved to
Yeah.
El Paso,
and
and I
so
was
he just had like a fucking mattress on the floor, like a crackhead. That like it wasn't even on the floor. The bed was like part put together. You remember that? Like
yeah,
they-
because I just moved there. I
Yeah,
think
and his
three
dresser,
days.
his dresser
3 days
was
before you got
there.
there.
Like
oh, and I had just flown down.
Were you just
Yeah.
like this fucking shit show of a human?
No, because we're from the same subculture.
Yeah, like-
this was like nothing that would even.
he
put
was
a blip
right
on
out
my
of
radar.
his other job too. I mean, like
I wasn't even done with it yet.
yeah,
I was still working.
Still
I was
working.
still working that.
Yeah.
And like that didn't put a blip on my radar. Like good God, dude, I've been to Asia with ODAs. Like, come on. Are you kidding me? I did a cannonball off a third floor into a center pool in some American hotel in the PI that was like just blocked off for my entire ODA.
Oh, Lord.
It was just purely insane.
That's something I've been super nostalgic working on the book right now, because like I just went through that chapter actually last night. The final one was talking about how we all met and kind of dynamics with you still working with what you were doing, what I was doing, Jared active duty, and how like this shit show of meeting up in El Paso in the garage. It's just like what?
That was the planning bay.
Yeah, it was the planning
was.
bay.
Out there.
We had a
were like,
whiteboard and a fucking futon.
Yeah, magic happened.
I mean, do you remember that first like breakdown chart we drew with Evan out there?
Oh shit!
Like, to think from the garage to here right now.
We drew a lot of different charts. That
was a lot of fun.
Actually, yeah, I think that was just the Big Dipper is what we drew that night.
Oh.
Which turned into the
grunt pile.
The grunt pile,
Yeah.
which was in Range 15, the movie.
Yeah.
All right, Ross.
Full
Well,
circle.
you want to hear the Drinkin' Bro of the week?
Yeah, let's hear it. Who do we got?
Okay, so one of our very famous Drinkin' Bros, Cam Elliott. He's Australian. You know, you might know him from a few weeks back. You know, he had someone had just moved, and he drove like a couple hours to deliver Lead Slingers whiskey and Black Rifle coffee to the guy.
Oh shit!
Well, Cam's daughter Libby has a condition called NF, which I'm not even going to try and be a doctor and explain that shit. But he started a fundraiser for her, trying to raise $20,000. And yesterday morning, a guy by the name of Chris France had just randomly donated $2,100. And they were only $1,300 away from the goal. So I grabbed your uniform from the day that you were in the scene with Dale Dye.
Yep, Gene
And I
Van
put it
Dam.
up for auction in the Drinkin' Bros group. And in 45 minutes, Chris France came with an auction number of $4,200.
Oh shit!
And
Yeah.
within minutes, he donated it to the cause, put them over their goal, closed the campaign out, sent me the receipt, and now we're going to do something really nice for Chris France. So Chris France, and he had said something, you know, somebody was like, God, dude, you already donated $2,100, like you just threw down $4,200. You know what? Well, thank you. And he was like, you know, I was blessed and I eat well, and I would do anything for my brothers and sisters in need inside this group. And I thought that
Boom.
was fucking amazing.
That's fucking amazing.
Chris France, we salute
Cheers.
you.
Yeah,
Chris, dude.
cheers, Chris. I mean, it's incredible what you did, and I wrote in that it's, I can verify that the suit is real and all that stuff, and yeah, man, it's just amazing what you did. Amazing.
So, yeah, Ross, if you want to add anything to that package that goes out to him, if you want to do a signed book or something, just send it to the Black Rifle office and we'll get a box for him, because I've got posters getting printed that we're going to sign and everything. We're going to get everything we can for Chris for going that far.
Awesome. Yes, I will, for sure. All right, cool. Well, this was a fun one, kids. Thanks for tuning in. We got Yippee. We got Jared Taylor, Evan Hafer, Matt Best. I am Ross Patterson. We are out of here. Good night, everyone.
Later, guys.